Hello and welcome back to another video for Final Fantasy XIV with me, Meoni. Today it is time for patch 6.05, this 4th of January 2022, and we have the patch notes. Better late than never, but I made sure I had plenty of rest today because we have a lot of stuff to get through. So the notes then, let's read through these for people who don't have the time to read through them. Perhaps you're in a car, perhaps you're in a situation where you can't read through them. I will have you covered. So 6.05 obviously adds the new treasure hunt map dungeons, some housing stuff, some stuff to the Gold Saucer apparently, a few nerfs and buffs to some of the jobs, although there's not that many, and of course Savage, which is obviously all of the talk. So first of all, let's look at this. Playable content, it does say under the treasure hunt, the Excitatron 6000 has been added. The Excitatron 6000, a special instance they say similar to the Dungeons of Gaia, if you remember that, can be accessed after finding and opening treasure coffers obtained from Cumbraria skin treasure maps. So there isn't a new map, it's just a one that was there previously in 6.0. Here, players will have a chance to test their luck and obtain priceless treasures. And there'll be a lots of new things in there, probably minions, probably crafted items for new glamour. So definitely worth going. It does look kind of insane. Look at this with like the bunny ears and like Disneyland in the background. I cannot wait to have a go at that. In terms of housing stuff then, they say that the furnishing design contest from 2019 has been added. So they're slowly catching up. We've got some flowers on what appears to be like a post here. Very cool. And we also have this badass Pogorogo chilling out here, relaxing on top of some tree stumps with a water wheel and a fence. I'm not really fully sure what that is, but it looks awesome. And also other furnishings that have been added include some bunk beds by the looks of it, or at least a bunk bed with table underneath and shelves. That looks awesome. Some kind of wall stencil design. That's really nice. Some floor cushions, a small table, a rug. I don't recognize that rug. I could be wrong. Actually, I think that is already in the game, that rug. And some other bits. And then outside we have what looks like Big Ben, a clock, like a grandfather clock, and then a dead tree. Very interesting, and it looks like there's a pinwheel on the floor as well. So we'll have to look at those housing items as we go into future videos, so I will cover those when I can. We also have new stuff added to the Gold Saucer, although they don't tell you what's been added. It says new prizes, so that could actually mean just one, because more often than not they put prizes regardless of the quantity. So battle system changes then. This will be the thing that most people are interested in, and it says all adjustments are based on actions as they function at level 90. So obviously that's where you're being prioritized here in terms of balance. So Pugilist / Monk, Arm of the Destroyer, when under the effect of perfect balance, now grants Raptor Chakra even when missing a target. Rock Breaker, when under the effect of perfect balance, now grants Oppo Oppo Chakra even when missing the target. And this is the same with 4-Point Fury, when under the effect of perfect balance, now grants Quirl Chakra, and obviously Raptor Chakra as well. So all of those things will grant those even when you miss a target. Very cool. Very, very cool. I'm not a massive understander of Monk. I don't play it, so hopefully that makes more sense to other people, but I kind of understand that. Elixir Field Fan, it says now grants Luna Nadi and Formless Fist even when missing a target. That's another one. Flint Strike is also now granting Solar Nadi and Formless Fist when missing a target, and the same with Rising Phoenix. So that, I don't know if it's a good thing. It looks like a good thing. It looks like you're able to do stuff even if you know, have stuff lined up, but your target's dead or something, or you miss a target. I don't know. Dragoon then, which is a little bit more easy for me to understand at least. Whirlwind Thrust has potency increased from 370 to 420. Gears Kogul has potency increased from 250 to 260, so that's a 10 there. Nastron got a potency increase from 350 to 360, and that's all of the Dragoon changes. So really the biggest one there is Whirlwind Thrust, up to 420 potency. Dragoon did look like it needed a bit of a boost, so hopefully that will be reflected. Ninja then, so we got right on. The status effect graded upon execution has been changed from Forked Raiju Ready to Raiju Ready, and the status effect duration has been increased from 15 to 30 seconds. Alright, okay, a longer duration. Bunchin, the Phantom Kamaitachi Ready status effect no longer expires when the effect of Bunchin ends. This action now changes to Phantom Kamaitachi upon execution. The Phantom Kamaitachi Ready status effect now has a duration of 45 seconds. Interesting. Phantom Kamaitachi itself says execution no longer consumes a stack of Bunchin. Increased to Ninki gauge has been changed from 5 to 10. Wow, that's quite a significant buff. It says prior to 6.05, both the execution of Phantom Kamaitachi and the effect of Bunchin increased the Ninki gauge by 5, resulting in a total increase of 10. The above adjustment ensures this increase to the Ninki gauge remains unchanged when executing Phantom Kamaitachi. Oh, I see, right, okay. Forked Raiju, potency has been increased to 560, up from 400, and has the additional effect Grint's Fleeting Raiju Ready has been removed. The requirement for execution has been changed from while under the effect of Forked Raiju Ready to while under the effect of Raiju Ready. It looks like tooltip changes, really. Fleeting Raiju, players will no longer rush target upon execution. Range has been reduced from 20 yards to 3 yards. The potency has been increased, however, from 450 to 560, and the requirement for execution has been changed from while under the effect of Fleeting Raiju Ready to while under the effect of Raiju Ready, which is that tooltip change, and can now be set to the hotbar. That's quite interesting. So you've got a range reduction, but the potency is much bigger, much bigger. That's a good trade-off, I think. Samurai then, Hinganbana, range has been increased from 3 yards to 6 yards. In fact, the 3 yards to 6 yards rule has been applied to Hinganbana, Kaeshi Hinganbana, Midair Setsugeka, Keishi Setsugeka, and that's pretty much all of the Samurai changes. So it's just been range increases. Well, there you go. That's a positive change. Reaper then, the only change that Reaper got was Arcane Crest. The cure potency of the Crest of Time returned effect has been reduced from 100 to 50, nerfing a bit of their self-healing there. That's not surprising. Dancer then, we expected a lot of Dancer buffs at the moment because it's a little bit low at the time of recording. Standard finish. Action category has been changed from an ability to weapon skill, and that applies to standard finish, technical finish, and Tilana. That is the only changes to Dancer. Okay, so we might see significant changes in a major patch then, but as it stands, Dancer probably didn't get the buffs that were wanted. I would say. Can we say that? I think we can. Summoner then did get potency changes. Fountain of Fire potency has been increased from 430 to 520. That's quite significant. And Brand of Purgatory potency has been increased from 180 to 240. Summoner did look like it needed a little bit extra, so I don't know if that's to the right area, but we'll wait and see. And finally, for the class changes, Scholar, Fey Union, range has been increased from 15 yards to 30 yards, and range within which players must stay has been increased from 15 to 30 yards. So Fey Union, even more useful. There we go. And that's all of the class changes for the patch. Quite surprising. So obviously we've got Savage entered, so let's look at the quick requirements. Level 90, obviously. So for the first wing is 570 item level. To get in there, second boss is 575, 580 for the third and fourth, obviously. There we go. And yeah, so same bits and pieces as last time, really, with the coffers. Look, there is a necklace coffer, bracelet coffer, ring coffer. It works the same way. You roll and you get your piece of your box, and then you open it for whatever job you're on, and it changes depending for that particular role. So simple as that. Obviously, reward eligibility is reset every Tuesday at 12 AM PST, and you've also got the books, right, that you can exchange for stuff. And we've got Radiant, Roborunt, Radiant Twine, and Radiant Coatings this time. Interesting, I didn't know what they were called, which of course you can get from the Savage mode. Very cool, which is used to upgrade your gear. So obviously the entirety of Savage, all 4 wings, has been added to the raid finder. It does say here new elite marks have been added. So in the actual open world, there seems to be new hunt ranks. That's interesting. Very interesting. I can't wait to see what those are. I do like my hunts a little bit. So we got astronomy added to the game. These are the new tombstones, obviously, that are capped at 450 per week and a maximum of 2,000. So you can only get 450 a week. Those are the ones that we've always had in this game, but they're called astronomy. You'll be able to save those up and get some cool looking gear, probably, or at least stat wise, from Radzat Han. Of course, it does say you need to complete the main storyline, and yeah, that's where you will actually see them on the vendor. The number of tombstones received. So here you go. So here's the list of what you get from what. So you get 40 astronomy from a duty ruler expert, 20 from leveling, 15 from trials. You actually get 50 from main scenario, 50 from alliance raids. That's a nice easy one. 20 from normal raids, 10 from mentor, and 20 from duty roulette frontline. Very cool. And of course there is Stone Sky Sea if you want to go test your DPS or healer or whatever it is. There we go. You can go into Stone Sky Sea. This then presumably is the crafting gear? Is it? I'm not sure what this is. Oh, is this the new tome gear? Oh, that's interesting. I don't know if I like that. Presumably this is the healer. It's okay. I need to see a better, like a more high resolution image. The images they upload to patch notes are always tiny, unfortunately, so we'll have to look at that. I do like the look of that axe though, that's nice. But, obviously we'll wait and see. They do say that this will be updated later with more information, but obviously maintenance. So this is the new glamour then that you can craft with the items from treasure map dungeons, presumably the materials. Very interesting. It's a caped design, so hopefully that means that if I have a tail it won't be deleted. Right, Square Enix? Because the aphorism stuff, the Moonwood stuff, deletes your tail. I'm a little bit upset about that personally, but if I have a tail, I want to keep my tail. So we'll hope with bated breath and fingers crossed that the same does not happen here. It's quite a nice set, actually. I can imagine that glamoured and dyed quite nicely. New master recipes have been added. Obviously, this patch does come with the crafted gear that you can pentameld if you want to go into Savage with that stuff. Of course, there are new mounts added. I hear that obviously it is the mount from the final boss of the Savage. And there is new minions. Looking very awesome is this little golden Sabatender here. I'm not sure where he's from yet. Probably the treasure map dungeons. That would make the most sense, but he looks awesome there pirouetting. So in terms of system changes, there are new achievements obviously and new bits and pieces. And this is a really cool one that most people will miss. The option Duty Complete Weekly Reward Unclaimed has been added to the Party Finder. This option is only available when recruiting party members for high-end raids. So if you're doing your Savage runs in Party Finder, which a lot of people do, not everybody has a static or doesn't want to do everything with their static, then you can tick that box and then people will join if they haven't looted it for the week. That's a good way of filtering people out that have already done it, who are trying to like mess up your time. So that's probably one of the best features. New music has been added, obviously, and then we've just got a resolved issues section, which doesn't really mention anything too crazy for your tooltip changes and bits and pieces. But yeah, I'll let you read those like couple of tiny little lines yourself. But that's pretty much it for the 6.05 notes. We did expect it to be that short. We didn't expect it to be any bigger than that. Highlights then, obviously some of the crafted stuff and housing items are up my alley personally. I can't wait to do the Excitatron 6000 and I can't wait to get into Savage actually. That's going to be a lot of fun. But yes, I'm excited to see what the new hunts are. Yeah, it's a good time. So anyway, for more videos covering the entirety of, well, 6.0 onwards, be sure to check out the rest of the channel. I'll have more videos for you as soon as I unlock and record more stuff. All right, much love, and I'll see you all next time.